Play.
Hi, welcome to the alternate 301 commentary.
Welcome.
Hi.
My name is Nick Herman, and I was director for this episode.
Dennis Lennart, lead cinematic artist.
I'm Jake Rodkin. I did some credits and stuff.
Secret Germans.
Myers, I'm one of the two Germans. Eigentlich könnte ich jetzt auf Deutsch die ganze Zeit reden.
Hey,
Stop.
None of that.
I did totally
banned.
understand that, and it was dirty. No, it wasn't.
And who are you?
I'm the second German, Thorsten.
Cool.
This is your first game.
Yes.
It is.
We didn't do this.
So, Dennis, you want to talk about this sweet cutscene?
Oh, I can't talk about space.
Oh, you missed
Oh, you
space.
missed
cool.
space.
Jake
It's
made
cool.
some space.
There was pretty cool
Jake
space
made
there.
space. It was awesome. Enough said. Yeah. Cutscene.
How many
Lots of
revisions
crazy
did this
action.
have?
379. I think.
Did you count them, actually?
No.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
I
The,
live them
the
every
opening of
day.
this game was reworked probably more than any opening of any Telltale game.
Yep.
Like, it started off with Sam and Max in a much smaller, more boring environment surrounded by electric bars that would electrocute Sam if he walked out of them, and
Yeah.
it's better now.
Yeah.
Well, Hitler shot. Sorry.
Whoa.
Not with the Germans.
Huh? What?
Too soon.
Nothing.
Too soon,
Let's stop
Dennis, too
talking
soon.
about that.
Skunk Ape. Fun acting.
I've seen a screenshot of Skunk Ape flipping you the finger, Mike.
What?
He flipped you the finger.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
There was one animation I played on him, and he turned around and gave me the finger instead. It was hilarious.
And we shipped that.
Yeah. No, we didn't.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
the
I
narrator.
don't.
Yeah. Intro of the villain for the season.
Spoiler.
Spoiler.
This piece was animated by Pete Seckel.
It was requested that he be sassed up from the.
Yes, he was a little sassy in this.
Yeah, well, that was one of those things where at the beginning of the game, people were like, "Oh, well, the narrator's only going to be in the episode for like 10 minutes." And
Yeah.
it's like,
that's-
but he's in every episode, so he slowly got more and more awesome as the season went on.
Yeah.
Games.
Long
Yeah.
cutscene.
Yeah.
Long many months of.
I remember our
cutscene.
first day at Telltale Game War. We were playtesting that game, and
Oh yeah, you guys came in like
yeah,
from Germany into the office
Yeah.
to playtest, basically.
exactly.
And I broke the game.
I gave you props for this before, Nick, but you should talk about this.
What?
The flying in wheel and how
Oh yeah.
fighting for it.
Oh, a sweet wheel?
And
This
you
right
got
here?
it, and it's cool.
Whoa.
And it's worth
It's
it.
totally cool. What a sweet cutscene.
What? I was really glad that got put in.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we skipped the gameplay part. I see.
It's the cutscene reel.
Yay.
What?
The video game we shot.
Ah, yes.
Lots of back and forth on that.
Well, we had to do plenty of that stuff because people were saying they didn't understand. They didn't know where the brain was spatially in the environment, so we tried to, on several occasions,
Show the
fly
camera flying up
you
and
from...
down.
Yeah.
We didn't do ourselves any favors by making the cutscene when Sam and Max walk into the door downstairs, then walk out of the door upstairs.
And you don't...
Someone went out of their way to make sure that both the doors were in
Look
the
exactly
exact same
the same.
position.
Yeah.
in the shot,
Coming up,
so you can't tell
The
what
best
the heck's
dialogue
going on.
ever.
What's that? It might not be in here, so you should just. Yeah. I remember when we were first having meetings to talk about what the different psychic powers would be. They started off super crazy, but the one that was always like, I mean, there were things like stop time or whatever the heck, all sorts of weird things that we probably couldn't fit into the game. But the one that everyone always thought was going to be the best was Max turning into a potted plant or into a large gun or something like that. And then we got both those first things into the first 10 minutes of the game, and they're both good. I declare them good.
They're decent.
Hey, the opening credits sequence.
Nice.
I can talk about this maybe.
Yeah, do it.
And
Jake plotted this out, and
Nick chored the crap out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, cutscened the crap out of it.
Dennis's
Donut.
favorite gag right there.
I just hate how I get the phone credit.
Yeah.
Whatever. My credit comes over something that you
Yeah, I know,
are staring
I
at.
want it.
Nick's
I know,
favorite
wait,
thing.
Oh, no, that's Sam and Max and Flynn. Oops.
Yeah, I really wanted to do a title sequence that felt like a TV show where it was seeing all the past moments from previous seasons, and also one of the goals for this season was to introduce people to Sam and Max who maybe weren't up on 2 seasons of stuff, so we sort of went out of her way to like. What are the cool things, cool
If we
iconic
could, if we could go
things?
back and redo some things
Right,
to make them 10
exactly.
times
So
cooler
I was
than they
like,
actually were.
So finally we're going to get in the thing where they take the jump and land on the L tracks and squeal around corners.
Right.
Finally we're going to show
Like-
how awesome the zombie factory would be if Flint and Sam Max had actually mowed down all
Right.
the zombies and like...
Best shot.
Oh yeah, in the background there's a choir in here actually saying Skunk Ape.
Yeah, Jared, awesome.
He went and found all the different phonemes of sampled choir that he had. So they... Yes.
Yeah, it was so good because like that was one of my like original ideas for it was like the skunk ape silhouette in the window thing, and I remember an email with Jared where I just said like, "Can you give 3 duns?" And like that's what he came back with, and I was like, "And that is perfect."
That's the best thing. Yeah. And there's the concept art. Sorry, that shot looks like that.
Yeah.
Creatures of Earth, I am General
The evil guy who is now here with peace and love.
I didn't get Skunk Ape at first when we were first working on this game. Like Chuck was
Like, you didn't
describing him
understand,
as
like-
hilarious, and then I heard the voice and was like, I don't think he's that funny.
He
But
gets
then-
he gets funnier over the course of the season.
But then this episode, once you guys put really nice acting on him and stuff, once he
That's the thing.
once he started
yeah.
looking really shifty, and
yeah.
once the camera pans over and you see the minion just beating
Yeah.
that guy up in the background.
That was like the most polished chore I've ever worked on. Like, but that stuff, I think, it helps like Skunk Ape set him up right up front, and you get all the little nuances, and then I think he works after that, which is cool.
We've merely let the story get ahead of itself.
And we're on to the third of
Journey back to
the 6 intros this
Giant
episode.
cutscene.
Our story begins.
We got to get to a part that has a pigeon or a rat in the background, so you guys
Yeah,
can tell.
yeah.
I think this
Sure,
one
those
here.
should have been put in separately.
Sweet, Max dropping that box.
Thanks.
This is Sam and Max.
I was looking for a chore for 3 or 4 though.
We got the popsicle in because we really wanted Sam
Oh yeah, that was another one.
munching on a popsicle.
We didn't want to go 3 years without Sam eating a popsicle, but then in 304 he also eats fudgy freezes.
Right.
So
Hello,
True.
Commissioner. No, we're not in the office. We're locked out of our building.
Wasn't my fault this time.
Nick, want to talk about any of your sweet stuff here?
I don't know. It's just so sweet. What's to say?
What's that, Commissioner?
Yeah, no. These are cutscenes that Dennis dumped on me at the last minute, and
Well, yeah, that first one was supposed to be, originally it was just like, oh, it's like a 2-minute thing, and then it turned into, oh, a flashback and all this other stuff, and it ended up being like 5 minutes long, and I was just like, there's no way I'm going to finish this with all the opening stuff too, so Nick graciously took it.
Well, any crimes for us to solve? Okay then, we'll be on the lookout for anything suspicious.
what was that, Dennis?
He cuts
You okay?
in stuff. And it was good.
There's this time that Max got psychic powers.
yeah,
Psychic powers now, apparently.
it's also just a pain in the ass to do every time he
Yeah.
gets powers.
That was the worst.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun.
Looks
It
cool,
is one
though.
of my favorite things, though. That I remember Steven, our web designer, showed up right as we were working on season 3, and he's like, "Oh, so Max has psychic powers? Is there a reason behind that?" And I was like, "Well, I'm sure in the beginning of the game it explains it. Hold on, it's after this."
Oh.
And then Sam's just like, "Max has psychic powers now." Apparently, I was like, "Oh, there it is. That's what. That's what.
That's
it
why. That's why it
explains."
has powers.
That works.
Favorite line of the game.
Bosco?
Mama
Yes.
Bosco.
Mama Bosco.
Yes. Thank you, Derek, for the sweet lighting.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Sam and Max.
Everyone's favorite character, Harry Mole Man.
God, he's the best.
He's awesome.
I love
I
him.
think the director's notes in 304 when he says I've got to go tell my girlfriend in Canada just says like Harry leaves and is never,
never
seen,
seen
ever
again.
again.
There she is. Very good looking. Hey guys.
The title cards are way cooler in 305.
Are they?
Yeah.
Bosco sends
Sorry.
I didn't see 'em.
they're a lot nicer looking.
You made both
I know.
versions, so how can you? Okay.
I
You
realized-
gave me those eyes like it was my fault.
No, because I saw you eyeing those.
Oh.
But it's just like. "Brr." Oh, the saddest moment.
I love that.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
remember everyone was so proud of the fact that right there,
Yeah,
you
he
can,
walks
You
away.
can see Harry Mullen walking
Yeah.
away even when you're playing.
Telltale Games.
We got that one time in when the cutscene still goes.
This thing does science so
Yes.
hard. You say,
so
I've
good.
never seen that much science. And it's all, check this out. Boom, more science.
Oh man. Yeah, I mentioned that in the other commentary track of like I wanted that line so bad, and I purposely gave myself that environment initially, and then I forgot that line was in there, and then gave it to you, and then I walked in one day and I heard you playing the line, and I looked over your computer and like you're working on that cutscene, and I was like, no, you got that one. Ah, I don't know why.
It's
good.
Very important.
Whatever the case, listen carefully. Do not trust General Skunkathe. He is something.
It's the only Zolly in the whole game.
Oh yeah,
The only tilted camera in the whole game. I mean,
it's a
everywhere.
dirty lie. This game is composed of like
It pretty much is.
80%. Yeah.
Golden Live.
Gordon's alive. Tell me, friend Brain, where is the toy?
Chuck wrote some hilarious stuff in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me, friend Brain.
Curses. Very well. I'll find them myself.
Skunk forgot to be lit right there.
Yeah. Ah, yes.
Yes, skating.
Nice.
Nick Herman skating.
Congratulations. Prepare yourself for a fabulous
This voice has been like,
Reflection.
Yeah.
15 different versions of creepy.
topic.
I'm very excited.
Aren't there any doors?
You'll feel a slight tingle as we take your personal items for safekeeping.
Slight tingle. Okay now.
I like that it makes a Super Friends sound as well.
I think that Chuck would not let that go too. I think
Yeah.
when they
It's
try
so
to change
funny
it.
that it
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
that sound, but whatever. I like it.
Inventory.
Yeah.
It's got that
Keep your personal
70s
items.
television
Yeah.
stock sound.
Computer.
Very well. Beginning Mole Man process.
Yeah, the sound effects for all the second power stuff are awesome.
For the comfort of guests waiting outside.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, they only took like
Something
4 hours to do.
It's cool though.
Many mole people come out of here.
Enjoy
Oh,
the rest of
I like this effect. This
I
was
was
another
gonna
one
say,
of
it's
those
probably
rooms
one
that
of my favorites,
it looked
yeah.
really cheesy, really cheesy, really cheesy, and then suddenly one day it's like, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
We going to die, Sam?
depends on whether we can think of a way out of this.
Tie adjust.
Classic Sam.
It's the go-to.
Oh, there's the psychic power interface. Oh, first teleportation.
yes.
This was Chuck and I. You guys might have talked about this in the other commentary, but this moment is something that Chuck and I had been talking about since like before Tales of Monkey Island. Of of this basically. That Sam should hold on to Max, and then the first time they teleport, you should see what the heck it looks like inside inside the teleportation process. There were all these earlier ideas that I think we talked about in one of the other commentaries, but before Max grew giant, he originally fought Charlie Hotep at regular size, then just died on the floor of a warehouse. And that scene in the original version of Season 3 took place in the office. So I would originally wanted to use that as a call forward, so Sam would look down and see Max dead on the ground. But instead it was just creepy, and his head caught on fire, which is foreshadowing instead.
And without any significant injury.
Is the
No.
oh,
Sadly.
the wedding is the wedding
Yeah.
cutscene.
Is that in here?
No.
Down with skunking.
Fail.
If you use the ring on Max, in this
Yeah.
environment, a thing happens.
In
It's hilarious.
in Mama Bosco Exterior, if you use ring on Max, there's a secret cutscene.
Yes! That is a really good take on the banana gag.
Then in the background there were two pigeons that were animated by Thorsten, I believe.
Yay! German interns!
This part.
That's
Yeah, you guys should talk really quickly about like random stuff you had in the background. Like there was the.
I had the cars in the background here. It was awesome.
Oh, I just mean like any of your favorite
Oh.
stuff also from elsewhere that we might have missed. Like it wasn't there the rat on a bottle.
There was a red on the bottle, but I think I got problems with it, so I deleted it again. Maybe. It looked awesome though.
Yeah, you guys did a lot. The amount of the craziness of your work escalated because day one it was
When?
like, thanks guys, please make a rat stand on the street, and then by the end of the season it was, thanks guys, please make
make
the
these
DeSoto
cutscenes.
peel around a corner
Right.
and knock over 1,000 crates and have Bluster Blaster go flying out.
Yeah.
While Paperweight and Skunk Ape are having a laser fight or something. Like,
Yeah.
oh, well, okay, that's better.
That was the
And
really
every
funny
time
part.
it was just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, all right.
Sure. When you guys first came over, we were like, okay, cool. Let's just give them something like
Right.
fun and
We
simple to
don't
do.
know
Like
if they know what they're doing.
Yeah, put some pigeons and rats there, and then we came back like a couple days later, and I remember like seeing just crazy stuff going on.
Yeah.
And then there was like the one rat had a little story where they were like fighting, and
Yeah,
in the
there was a
Oh, it was
rat.
like a pigeon rat turf war.
Yeah, the thing where the
Exactly.
rat waiting on the lamppost and the pigeon would fly by and then the rat would catch a rat on its back.
Oh yeah.
I thought the design of the penal zone environment was really good. I
Yeah,
wish
it
we
was
had done
awesome.
more with it because it really looks like a thing out of.
There are
like,
these
this-
two
this-
pigeons in the upper right corner, where if you damn it, you can see that the one is harassing the other one, and then the one pigeon is kicking. Ah, damn it! You can see it in.
What happens? He just kicks them off.
Yeah, exactly. Look,
It just
the one
happened, I
pigeon is
think.
alone again. So.
And in
Damn.
one of the environments, there's a little, a lot of the rings moment going on where a rat is basically jumping on the back of a pigeon.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the?
The fight club in the underground of the rats.
Yeah, that too.
Anyway, yeah, I like
Yeah.
the penal zone environment. Looks like the space scenes from Flash Gordon. That's all.
Sorry for interrupting you.
I thought these tablets were going to be more important.
Oh yeah.
I love these guys though. These guys are awesome.
Do you?
Yeah,
That's
they're-
good.
They're really funny.
We had a lot of mole people, and
I like
some
all
of them,
the
some
mole
of them were
people.
hilarious, and some I wasn't as into.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
episode 2. There were some of them I wasn't into, but
Yeah, some of them pretty sweet.
yeah.
Hey, Brain, can you give us a hand?
Boom, we're back on the ship.
Wow,
Yeah.
wasn't that the intro?
This seems familiar, like we've seen the future and are now experiencing it.
Again.
You're talking rubbish.
Oh, max mode objects. That's what I was going to ask. You guys did some crazy max mode randoms. Like I think one of my favorites was the chicken getting like playing tennis.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Myers,
Like
that was
in
you.
the pawn shop environment, if you go to max mode, you see in the background a cow and
It's
a
just
tennis racket
racket, yeah.
in midair playing tennis,
Yeah.
and the ball is a chicken.
And that was fun, just like giving you guys like, okay, here's 30 objects, put
Right.
them
something
places,
cool.
and make up random stuff. Eric did a good one too of the toast floating
Yes.
because of the fan.
Yeah.
That's pretty
I
hilarious.
remember that was one of those like, oh, and inside Max's brain, you're going to see all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
We forgot to put it in.
Yeah,
And I think
Interns.
I think the first episode was actually the only episode where we replaced like the tie with a fish or made.
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Because in second episode it was all mustaches. Third episode it was just
Third episode it was
last second put some stuff in.
Yeah, we realized increasingly how long it took, and then
Yeah.
Fourth episode I think like sometimes there were things. Everyone had Sam hats sometimes, and then fifth episode there's no max mode.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Ah, perfect. You have led me right to the greatest prize of all. Soon your bothersome dimensional.
The greatest prize of all, this Ghostbusters track. I mean,
No, the
it's not from
box.
that.
No.
I'm in the toy box, right?
Come on.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Ugh. And Snarkape's neck snaps and he just falls limp to the ground.
Away from the big monkey.
Won't there. Give it.
Remember that time?
Oh yes.
Ah,
Listen to the- Oh yeah. That's sweet. It's hot.
I like that a lot.
And so our heroes save the world once
Oh yes, my favorite narrator stuff. Oh, that wasn't fun, but
yeah.
whatever.
But this is not the end. Oh no.
That gymnastics photo turnaround of the narrator is my favorite. I wish that we never did it. It was the thing that I always had wanted to do. Oh, no, I'm sad. We never got the one where there's like the 50% faded up 3/4 shot of just his face while he's talking in
Yeah.
straight on.
Mm.
We never
Oh,
did it.
yeah,
We
yeah.
kept joking about doing the full-on gymnastics photo narrator. We never. That's good as well.
Max be able to control his emerging powers.
Yeah, and it became increasingly more difficult to find interesting
New
things for
clever
the
narrator stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
like,
then Dennis got totally bored
Yeah.
with 4 floating heads in.
Yes.
yeah. Episode
prism
one.
effect in
Episode
304.
one. I was sure I thought of everything you could possibly do with floating narrator and him teleporting around, and we somehow slowly just.
We kept inventing new narrators.
Yeah, we seem to get new things
Our
going.
building is zoned to act as an interdimensional prison.
Sam, what are they looking at?
I like the sweat.
Ah, looks like
Disgusting.
he's crying.
He's crying tears of sweat now.
Rotted us on face with Marshall stacks and a wah-wah pedal.
And then there's this questionable pose.
Zone Rack Max ready.
Now that you mention it,
Thanks for listening.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was cool.
that's nice.